8:08.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
The view from Ariel L's place.
The view from Ariel L's vehicle, I think, this morning. Morning, Ariel.
How are you, mate? The view from me, it's straight out the front of the car, mate.
Nice.
Straight out the front of the car. I'm experiencing traffic, Wammo.
Yeah. Oh, what? Not in Christchurch.
Oh, well, I tell you what, it's basically when they start pulling major buildings down in the middle of the centre, middle of the city centre. Christchurch is, we do have a bit of backup of traffic where you've got to wait for about 10 cars at the lights and sort of stuff. It gets pretty hectic down here. It's playing with people's nerves.
Actually, Christchurch is a good place right now for car companies with four-wheel drives to do their commercials, because they could have them going over the top of the rubble rather than round it.
Well, have you seen this pile of it? Have you seen pictures of Manchester Street lately?
No, not of. I'm interested to know, though, what's happening with that historic building that's being pulled down.
Well, it's been pulled over, but what they've done is they've put this pile of dirt in the middle of Manchester Street that's probably, could be getting close to 20 metres high.
Blimey.
And on the top of that 20-metre high pile of dirt is a massive crane with one of those big extension arms that basically goes in and starts pulling bits off the building and bringing it down. It's sort of like a massive motocross track has been built in the middle of the middle of the city.
It's kind of like it's the reverse of the pyramids almost.
It is the reverse of the pyramids, but the thing is, it seems to be as one building's going down, the pile of dirt's going up. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do with the pile of dirt at the end of it. They might have a pile of dirt the size of the building.
Well, it'd be something unique for Christchurch, a motocross park in the CBD.
Oh, mate, we need a few more unique things. But unique, I definitely picked on to something over the weekend as I was watching the TV, and that is the fact Christmas is definitely on us, Wammo. When every second ad's got someone wearing one of those white hats and talking about ham and spend your money with us.
Yeah.
It's not far away now, mate. It's only something like 26 sleeps.
Wow, true. And of course, all the decorations are going up around the place. When you meant to put decorations up at home, do you do that?
Oh no, we do throw a couple of things around the place. Go and chop down a tree somewhere and decorate it out. But there's a bit of and of course on the weekend on Saturday there was a bit of an incident down here in Christchurch, Wammo.
Yes, Christmas in the park. What went down?
Well, what went down is they get 140,000 people on a hot Saturday afternoon. They cram them into a tight spot, and they tell everyone they can bring along alcohol, and all of a sudden you got 10 people arrested. You got people being stabbed in the face with knives, and basically the festive spirit goes into high rotation.
Yeah, and they're saying they might want to ban alcohol at this event, but I mean it hasn't been a problem in the past, though, has it?
No, it hasn't been a problem in the past. But the thing is, mate, everyone thinks about the past, and we've got to plan for the future. I just think the whole alcohol thing at the moment's just got completely out of hand in the way that alcohol is so available to our remember back in our day. Well, is it our day? No, not quite. Where you couldn't buy alcohol on a Sunday. Basically, you could only get it from 11 in the morning till 11 at night. Now, mate, you can go to I can go to the supermarket. I can go down the supermarket now, 8 o'clock in the morning, and buy beer cheaper than they wholesale it to the pubs.
Do you think it's just availability, though? I mean, if someone wants to get plastered at an event like this, they were always probably going to do it. It wasn't just because as they were walking to the venue, they came across an alcohol store.
Oh, mate, it's availability. It's booze culture. It's the whole scenario. The days that supermarkets basically use booze to pull you in to buy your bread is sort of it's gone to the next level, mate. I think it needs to be totally revamped up. And okay, yeah, fair enough. I may just be throwing stones in the air and seeing where they land, but I definitely believe that public events like that, there's no need to have alcohol involved. Because it is the probability of getting 140,000 people into a tight little area and something not happening is pretty small.
But I mean, for years, we've had these events all around the country. I remember going to the ones in the Auckland domain. It'd be nice as a family, you have a picnic there, and you pull out a bottle of wine and share that responsibly around the group. I mean, it's a nice way to enjoy the event.
It is a nice way to. I'm not doubting that at all, mate. But I think But the availability and the usage, and the other thing is when the event's on, is like, you're talking about a 25-degree hot Sunday afternoon. It's not as if everyone got pre-primed prior to the event. The fact that people start drinking early and they end later. But it's just a bit of a dark cloud over a dark cloud of several dark clouds that have happened in this region over the last couple of months.
Well, that's right, and it gives Christchurch the bad rap. I mean, I was with someone yesterday when we heard this news report about what went down there at the Christmas in the Park, and they went, crime church. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. We're, like old crime church, I'm not, okay, fair enough, everyone's not perfect, but I'm like, I don't know if you looked at the statistics between Christchurch and Auckland, where the most crimes going on, but it definitely seems to be a common theme when people are thinking about what's going on down here. But it's also this time of year, people get carried away and people, summer's on, and it's all go.
Well, we haven't reached the height of it. Remember, the peak murder season is January, isn't it?
Yeah, true. And I was speaking to a police officer the other day, and he was just telling me the fact that how the burglary scene's just skyrocketing through the roof, and it's pretty crazy. It's tough days down here, mate. I mean, tough days.
Can we cover? We blame it on a recession as well. Or is it the perfect storm?
No, I don't know, mate. You know what? It's just another day, Wammo.
Yeah. I mean,
it is just another day.
Life's pretty good for me at the moment. Just come back from holiday, one of the most beautiful spots in the country. And I went out and caught 5 snapper the other night. Went and cooked it up. We lay on the beach. Had a glass of wine. Could be worse, Ariel. And moving right along. Yes, that was obviously enough for him to hear about my my little holiday.
Coco.
Here's Dudley Benson. This is called Oruru, 20 minutes past 8. Kiwi.
Coco. Whoa.